Good afternoon. Thank you, everyone, for covering. Once again, last night was a bleak and somber night in the city of Providence, and today is a gloomy day. We take no solace in this announcement. I'll say up front, we'll be cautious about what we can speak about as far as names and specific charges, as of utmost importance is the integrity of the investigation at this point and the eventual prosecution. And again, you know, the city of Providence, the neighbors on Carolina Street should not have to hear or witness this type of violence. This is about one thing: illegal guns. Illegal guns in the hands of young men, individuals who have no right to be in possession, never mind shoot those guns. So where these people are properly identified, they will be properly charged, and it is our intent, along with the Rhode Island Attorney Generals, who we thank for their assistance on this case, to hold them accountable to the fullest extent of the law. And I'm very confident they all will be identified and they will be held accountable. So once again, what we can tell you, without mentioning names at this point, are that last night at around 6:45 p.m., a four-door silver truck came around the corner from Tennessee Avenue to Carolina, came up the street, and there were four subjects inside that vehicle. There were about 5 or 6 people on the porch or near the vicinity of the porch of 87 Carolina Avenue. At that point, that they reached the front of 87 Carolina Avenue, the four subjects exited the truck with guns drawn and fired multiple rounds, at least 40 rounds, from several guns, several pistols, semi-automatic pistols. Almost simultaneously, as they fired in rapid succession, at least 2 of the individuals, and maybe more, on the porch began to return fire as those 4 individuals scurried back to the truck, and then shortly thereafter, as the truck had began to take off. One of the individuals had a hard time getting in the truck, and it kind of slowed the vehicle down, which allowed the people on the porch an opportunity to return fire at that fleeing truck. So the people on the porch fired several rounds, of which we picked up some of the shell casings on the porch and elsewhere. So again, we're not going to get into specific numbers. At this point, we will, in the end, give you exact numbers on shell casings, caliber. We will tell you there were several firearms involved, at least 5, maybe more. So, you know, that's new information as well. New information is with the search warrant that we conducted last night. Obviously, we secured the residence. We conducted a search warrant of that residence, and during that search warrant, we recovered 8 firearms, 6 pistols, 2 rifles. And I'll step aside for now and say that, you know, this is not surprising to us with the individuals who are from that house, and that in 2017, we conducted a search warrant at this same very house with some of these same individuals and recovered 10 firearms. On that date, there were 5 pistols seized and 5 rifles back in 2017. So 10 in 2017 and 8 last night. They have the ability to secure firearms and high-powered weaponry, which is scary. So we seized 8 firearms during the search warrant. Additionally, this morning we recover the vehicle. So the vehicle with the original assailants who traveled from Tennessee to Carolina Avenue and began this gun assault immediately fled after the shooting last night. They traveled towards Rhode Island Hospital. In all likelihood, they dropped off probably at least 3 of the victims from that truck, and then maybe switched out the truck, and they dumped the truck. We found the truck this morning over in the area of Rhode Island Hospital at James and Alfonso Streets, and that is a silver Dodge Ram with Tennessee plates, coincidentally. So we have that vehicle, which will be important for us and helpful to us in piecing this together. We still have 7 people hospitalized in Rhode Island Hospital. 4 are stable, 3 are in critical condition. Miraculously, no one has died in this barrage of bullets, upwards to 50 or 60 bullets. And we'll give you the exact number in the end, but it may be more than 50, it may be closer to 60 bullets and shell casings recovered. Again, we will come at this with the fullest brunt of our resources in the Providence Police Department, in our partnerships with the Rhode Island Attorney General's Office, with the ATF that we work on a daily basis with. We have officers from the Providence Police Department detached and assigned to the ATF, as well as with the FBI, and as well with DEA. Those 3 agencies we work on a daily basis with. Those 3 special agents in charge, the SACs, all reached out to the command staff of the Providence Police Department last night and were either on scene or communicated with us last night and again today. We will have more for you as this develops, probably on Monday at this point, but the last thing we want to do is jeopardize the charges that will be forthcoming, and there will be several. They will range from, felony assault, ADW, to conviction after, possession after a conviction of crime of violence. So there'll be a range of charges, criminal charges, and we'll give you the information on those individuals when we get there. That's all I have for now. Mayor or Commissioner, do you want to?
I think you covered the only Chief.
Yes. Okay, so we have 7 individuals at Rhode Island Hospital. There are the 4 individuals from the original assailant crew, the truck, are under guard by the Providence Police Department to ensure that when they're ready to be released, we take custody.